Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome to Sunrise Small Talk episode number 66. It is Memorial Weekend, and we have a little special edition Sunrise Small Talk for you. I just love this time of year, especially because of all the rain we've gotten when I'm driving into town to go to work in the morning. The foothills are green, the higher peaks still have snow on them, they're still snow-capped, the sky is blue, so you get that green, white, blue. Doesn't happen very often, but I love it. It's just gorgeous, beautiful. And Memorial Weekend, people are going to be firing up the lawnmowers and the grills. It's going to smell like fresh cut grass and barbecue all weekend long. That's awesome. I'm going to tell you something about what Kelsey and I do every Memorial Weekend, something that's pretty cool. So here we go. So those of you who have known me for a while or have gotten to know me know that I've got a pretty strict fitness regime, and a big part of that is CrossFit. And something that, and I know I said CrossFit, so I probably just lost half of you because the whole world's tired of hearing about CrossFit. But what I think is the coolest part of the CrossFit community is something that we do called hero workouts. And we do these hero workouts in honor of a first responder, somebody in the military who lost their life on duty or in battle. Memorial Weekend, we do a workout called Murph. So the workouts are always named after somebody who we lost on the job. And Murph is probably the most popular, most common, most talked about CrossFit workout. And it's super cool because every Memorial Weekend, there's all kinds of fundraisers. Every gym does this massive event where it's just heat after heat, wave after wave of people doing this workout called Murph. And I'm not really here necessarily, I guess, to talk about working out. I'm here just to tell a story of why we do what we do in honoring some of these heroes who served our countries, and a way that if you want to participate, you could participate regardless of fitness level. So Murph, I'll tell you a little bit about who he is, what he did, and then I'm going to tell you what the workout was and give you some options that, again, regardless of your fitness level, you could pick an option that works for you. So Murph died in, I believe, 2005. He was in the Hindu Kush mountain region in Afghanistan. He was part of a Navy SEAL team. And during Operation Red Wings, there's a great movie that I want you to watch if you haven't seen it already. It's called Lone Survivor, so I'm not going to tell the whole story, but he lost his life. There was an ambush. It was like 30 or 40 guys on 4 or 5 or something like that. And just a great story. And so this is something that we do in the CrossFit community just to honor Lieutenant Michael P. Murphy, Navy SEAL, every single Memorial Day. So we all do this on Monday. Okay, so what's the workout? The workout looks like this. First, you're going to run a mile. And I know, I just lost several of you who are watching because most people don't like to run. Let's face it. I'm going to write it all out as it is written or as it is prescribed, as we say, and then I'm going to give you some ideas or some things you could do. And one of those things is just watch the movie Lone Survivor. Kelsey and I watch it every Sunday night to get us fired up to do Murph Monday morning. So you're going to run a mile. And then you're going to do 100 pull-ups. And then 200 push-ups. Stick with me here. I know I've lost interest for most of you here. 300 squats, and then once you're done with all that, you're going to run another mile. Okay, is this, you look at this and you say, that's impossible. I can't do that, but I like this idea of this Murph thing, so I want to do something. And I'll tell you that we have, of those of you watching, including Kelsey, got a broken foot right now. Some of this just may not be feasible. So we at one end of the spectrum, let me not forget one of the most important parts. You do it with a weight vest on. So this is a 20-pound weight vest that I wear when I do this workout. But so I'll back up a step. We have at one end of the spectrum, actually a couple of you watching this are going to be in the 9 o'clock heat with Lindsay, Kelsey, and I doing it. And some others of you watching this are going to be doing it at your CrossFit gym. And then there are some of you who look at this and say it's completely impossible. I'm in my 80s. Well, you know what? We have an option for you too. And what that might be for you, if you want to participate in this Murph thing, is maybe you just walk around the block and maybe you just do some knee push-ups, something you can manage. And maybe you do 10 instead of 100. And then, sorry, pull-ups there. For the push-ups, maybe you're doing knee push-ups. For the pull-ups, maybe you're just doing a little jump onto a tree branch and pulling a couple inches. That's cool. For the air squats, maybe instead of 300, you do 50, and instead of squats, you just do lunges because your knee's hurting. Lunges might be better on the knee, and then you just walk around the block at the end. Doesn't really matter what you do, and I would say most people don't do it the way that I do it or the way that it's written. People have some sort of what we call scaling option or different variation of it. But let's say you just don't want to do any fitness thing at all, but you want to do something to honor our buddy Michael P. Murphy. Just don't do any of it and watch the movie Lone Survivor. Came out, I don't know, maybe it's 10 years old or so, but a great movie. It's got Mark Wahlberg in it. A great thing to watch on Memorial Weekend when we're having fun, grilling up some burgers and brats while we're having a beer. I think it's a good way to kind of step away. And when I'm doing this workout, I think about the bigger purpose of why we're doing it. So instead of just always, enjoying the brats and burgers and all the fun with Memorial Weekend, we make this something that's a challenge, something to just show some appreciation and respect. I will actually sometimes print out a picture of Murph and his story, and I'll share the story at the end of this little write-up of what went down in that battle. I'll print out a little picture and I'll kind of tape it to my station at the gym, so when I'm halfway through this or something, I can look down and be like, as much as what I'm going through is not fun right now, other people went through some stuff that was much worse than what I'm doing right now. So that kind of keeps me motivated and going. It's a really cool environment at the CrossFit gyms around the country. We'll have, I don't know, 150, maybe a couple hundred people at our gym doing it wave after wave, heat after heat. And usually we'll have someone making some pancakes and bacon and stuff like that. So once you finish, you get a little bit of a snack, a little bit of a meal. But anyway, that's what Kelsey and I do every year for our Memorial Day. Love to hear what y'all are doing. So let me know what you're doing. And if maybe you want to do something, do this workout, but in a scaled fashion, feel free to text the office and I'll give you some ideas, 970-821-8500. So with that, have a great Memorial Weekend and we'll see you soon.